everybody, and welcome to the Too Soon Podcast episode 23, featuring the concert at the start.
And the
I
worst
am
intro to the podcast
Trenton,
ever.
one of the members of the Too Soon crew, joined by my lovely cohorts, Auric.
Hi.
Trey.
Yo, what the fuck?
Trey.
Yo, I'm fucking
Harmonica
pissed.
boy. And Liam with his guest. I did him last because he's a guest.
I'm not the guest.
I said Liam
He's
and
an
his guest.
Yeah, but I always go third. I'm pissed now. I'm not going to talk
Get
race this
over it.
podcast.
So you telling me the black guy gotta go last?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
And the special
boy.
guest of
Make
this
like
week,
a tree and get over it.
returning for another episode of the Too Soon Podcast. I'm not editing that one in. Is Jessica.
Why you always put me in the back?
Jessica, you're supposed to say something.
Oh, I
after
am?
you introduce yourself.
Oh, I thought you were saying my
That's
name.
gonna sound
Hi.
You did say
I did say your name.
Oh, whoops.
I was talking over him.
God damn it, Auric, you're the worst.
One
Yeah,
of
but
them.
Jessica's here.
I like this intro.
Our best.
It's good.
Yeah, this is the best intro I think we've ever had.
We considered having Trey's mom on also as a special guest for a performance, a singing performance, but she declined due to stage fright.
No, she
Yeah, I
didn't.
believe
I'm
the
right here.
request was
And there
sing
was a couple
something
dicks with
Mexican.
ladders and stuff like that.
Hey yo, ma!
Yeah.
Sing me a fat beat! Sing me a fat beat! Yeah, let's see where this goes. Anyway.
Never mind.
Never mind.
I mean, we will pause everything we're doing for her to sing her fat beat.
Yeah, she can come in at a later point. If it's convenient.
Yeah, about halfway through the podcast, Trey's mom will come in. Cut that out if she doesn't.
She'll sing you a fat beat.
So the reason we have a guest this week for part of the podcast is
Yeah,
to
it's very
explain
good 5
her
minutes.
first extended experience at Manhattanville College.
Well, it's not her first extended experience. It's her first experience where she, like, encountered people.
Right.
Unfortunately.
So it's not her first, it's her last.
Yeah, pretty much.
Probably.
Honestly, it might be.
if she's smart.
I'm not, but yeah, it was just very last. Okay. Yeah, today was pretty. Oh my god, it was so weird. So there was like this event in like a common area, like just a little lounge, and I was trying to do homework, and Liam was like, "Okay, well, see you in an hour."
Yeah, because I had to go to class.
Yeah, we had to go
No,
to the
we had
nature
to go to
center.
nature
Oh,
Oh,
center.
yeah.
Nature Center. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
well,
I
I do go to Nature Center within the class, but
Yeah, so I was like
unimportant.
just trying to chill, do my homework. And this girl was like bragging. She's like, "Oh, so the honor society? Like, I'm in the honor society." And she kept talking about it. And she set up like board games and like all this stuff. And I was just sitting there like, okay, I'm just trying to do my homework.
Basically, the honor society in our school is something that it's like you'll get an email and it'll say, "Hey, you got this opportunity to be part of the honor society. Give us $80." And then if you give them $80, you're part of the honor society.
Anything
and you
to
had
help
to take
my
more
school.
classes.
Yeah.
And, like, all useless classes, too. Like, none of them were helpful at all. But it
Yeah.
was just like, all right, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't either.
I don't know. It just sounded kind of weird. And then like nobody even asked her about it, but she just kept talking about it. Because people would ask like, "What's the event about?" And she's like, "Oh, it's for the honor society. But we do more than just like smart things." I was just looking at her like, okay.
Wait, was she the one that was like giving
Okay.
out the food that I took?
No, it wasn't
No,
her.
Okay.
it was the other one.
She seemed relatively normal in comparison to.
Oh, yeah, no,
every
you
other
weren't
descriptor.
there when, we encountered this lady, because you were,
Oh, okay.
you came
Yeah,
after.
it was earlier.
Yeah, I was in a
but
meeting.
she's over here talking about how they, do smart things. Meanwhile, this guy walks in and they tell him that he has to sign in. He does, and he gets to the like section where it says what class you're in. And I'm assuming he's a freshman because he asked, "How do you spell freshman? Does the I come before or after the N?"
Whoa.
It's
He's in college?
You just told him to leave,
Yeah.
right?
He's
Wait,
not
no,
just
it
in
gets a
college.
lot
He's
worse,
in
though.
our college.
You just told him to
For
leave
everyone,
after that,
though.
right?
There's no
By the
I
way-
in freshman.
No I, and also not only that, it took 3 people, including the honor society girl and another person in the honor society, to figure out how to spell freshman, if it's freshman or freshman, and they had to like look it up, and then when they finally figured it out, like, oh, you know what, it makes sense, like one person, like singular man, okay, but plural, like the whole class is freshmen. So that makes sense, right? This guy looks at her, says, nope. He's like, I don't get it.
Where does the eye come in? Where's the eye?
I like how he thought that it was possible that it was pronounced freshmany or freshmany. I don't know.
Freshmany.
Or freshman.
I don't even know. And then he says he hasn't taken a spelling class since sophomore year. Sophomore year
And what the
of
fuck
what?
is a spelling class?
I don't
You
know.
should have just spelled
He-
Fishman.
He
Yeah.
probably had to take actual spelling classes because they were probably special classes.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
specifically
But I mean, I
spelling.
took special classes. I went to a special school. We didn't have spelling. We didn't have a class just called spelling. We had English.
I never took a spelling class.
I never.
Yeah,
took
I don't
one.
think I've ever taken a class called spelling.
Like, I mean,
Also,
I
I'm
learned how to
curious.
spell in like second grade. But that's really it.
Yeah. It's
I
called
still
Was this
English.
don't.
happening-
No, I'm kidding.
Was all this happening inside or like outside?
No,
It's
inside.
in
Or
the
was this taking place
freshman
at the school?
lounge,
Okay.
which they revamped since the last time.
I
we
think you
hung
mean
out there.
Fishman Lounge?
The
Yeah,
Fishman
the
Lounge.
Fishman Lounge.
Yeah,
That is
but
before the N.
it gets. I don't know. It was just like a whole series of weird conversations. Because after that, another girl walked in. And she was looking at the food they had, and they only had mozzarella sticks, like buffalo wings, and like hot dogs or something.
Mozzarella.
Yo, like those first two sound amazing.
Yeah, except this girl literally asked if there was peanut butter in the mozzarella sticks.
Yo, that's the greatest question of all time.
She's like, I'm allergic.
If so, do they have creamy or nutty?
Is it cream
Is it
butter
like-
My
or
response
nutty?
to that was, of course there is, just like there's snails in Lay's potato chips.
I don't know. And then this
Or
other
how
girl.
there's dicks and ladders.
It was just
We're
so
gonna keep
weird.
referencing that. No one's gonna understand what the hell we're talking about.
I still don't understand what that's about. But the last girl that
yes,
walked in, she was talking about how she had an internship, and she called out last minute, and everyone asked why, and she said because she checked the weather last night and heard it was gonna rain this morning, and called out because she told her boss that there was gonna be a hurricane and she couldn't come in, and her boss believed her. And when she woke up this morning and it was sunny and 75 degrees, her boss called her and said, "Where are you?" And she said, "I told you, the hurricane, I can't make it." We're in New York. We didn't get hit
Man.
by anything.
Technically, we got like grazed by Jose, but that's like it.
It was like
Yeah, we got
Post
some rain.
Jose up
Ashton
in
his
here.
dick in a ladder right there.
So,
Shut up with that.
what's the worst part? The fact that the boss believed them?
Yeah, I think that's the worst part, honestly. Like, because you can make up any bullshit excuse, but the fact
There's
that
a
the
very
boss
good
believed
website
that
called
there's a hurricane-
weather.com.
I went
Go
on
to it.
weather.com when she started talking. I was like, this isn't true. This isn't true.
This can't
When they
happen.
were hyping up this hurricane like we were going to get hit, I checked the weather, weather.com or weatherchannel.com, whatever the fuck it is. And the forecast was it's going to rain for 2 hours. That I think I was
Yeah,
looking
at
on
night.
Tuesday at night from like 9 to 11. And then it's just going to be cloudy for the next 2 days.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, okay, we're not getting hit. And
Just
I
tell them
also
you got
have
the
a hurricane
ouchies.
tracker, and
That's
it,
what you
it
tell your
was
boss.
not coming at us.
Yeah, did you call out of work? Oh, wait, no, you don't work. Never mind, Auric.
What?
I asked if you call out of work, and then I remembered you don't work, so.
Just call your
Right.
boss, tell them you got a bad case of the ouchies. They'll always believe you.
Oh.
Next time I have to call out, I'm just going to be
Got
like,
the
look, I got the bad case of the ouchies. They can't come in.
No, you just gotta
My
use that
ouch
Sorry,
hurts.
boss. I'm
What
allergic
was
to
it?
rain.
in
I
Parks
can't
and
come
Rec.
in.
Tommy got
Got-
the tumor on.
Terminal 2 owies. Go to the doctor.
I got level 2 owies. It's the worst.
But then
Jessica,
when we
was
got
it?
back
Yeah.
from the
A
nature
band-aid
center,
will not help this time.
when Liam and I got back from the nature center, we joined her in the lounge, and the food thing was still going on, and I helped myself to some peanut butterless mozzarella sticks.
Yeah, I don't know how you
And-
do that. Like,
Yeah.
how do you make mozzarella sticks without peanut
No
butter?
flavor.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe she thought
No
instead of
texture.
marinara, you just use peanut butter.
No, she was
Maybe.
asking because she's allergic. She's allergic.
But there
she's
was
allergic to peanut
marinara.
butter.
Oh, okay, that makes sense for a stupid person.
That
Wait,
it doesn't make
wait,
sense.
did you actually think she was looking for peanut butter to be in her mozzarella sticks?
I don't know. Like,
No.
what kind of question is that? Is there peanut butter? I don't know the logic behind that kind of question.
Yeah, the answer is fucking no, always, unless some really weird person fucking made the sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I made them, it would only be peanut butter. But
Yeah, you gotta fry that peanut
Why
butter.
is there relish in my spaghetti? What is
Why
this?
isn't there relish? Like, let's be real.
Why is there?
why is there
Why is there
spaghetti in my
dicks in my
relish?
ladders?
But when we got there, and after a little bit of enjoying the peanut butterless mozzarella sticks, a girl walks in that I've only heard rumors of, and she. At first, we only noticed. I thought she was just like had a blanket around her or something. And I was like, oh, that's weird. It's pretty warm. But all right, sure.
I noticed.
But she turned around and she's just dressed as a wizard, and she's got a fucking cloak.
I wouldn't say she was a wizard. I would say she was like fucking
an enchantress.
Yeah, wait, so
because she wasn't wearing a wizard hat. And
so you became a friend immediately, right?
Very Harry Potter
wearing an unironed cape.
Yeah.
It made me
instantly
feel like
became
the
friends with
castle
her, right?
was Hogwarts.
Yeah. Wait, Auric, you said you've heard some things like stories.
Yeah, actually, I only heard the rumors the day before. I was in a class yesterday, and there was this girl who was just blatantly making fun of these hypothetical people that I had not seen yet, and it was getting kind of awkward in the class. Like the professor was trying to tell her, like, all right, yeah, weird people are weird, but you shouldn't judge them for it and all that, all those life lessons that are bullshit.
Don't be mean.
And she just kept going on about, yeah, well, in my opinion, it's really weird when you go to school dressed as a wizard and an elf. And
in my opinion, she's a fucking weirdo.
Wait, is she a student?
I have yet to see the elf, but apparently they come in a pair. There's this wizard or not wizard. I don't know what the fuck.
They were
Harry
inside
Potter
the cape.
Shit. Yeah,
You couldn't
and
see
there's
it.
an elf.
Yeah,
I think they just don't know what reality is. That's my scenario.
Maybe
Or
we're all
they're
being
beyond
overly
reality.
critical.
They're
Or think
beyond
about it this way.
Man,
Think of it
all
in a more
this is just
practical
great
level.
for the link dump. 'Cause what the fuck am I gonna link?
What if those two students who are dressing like that, maybe they just played like Dungeons and Dragons and they don't have time to go home after school, so they kind of just come prepared for the game.
They honestly
here's
probably
the
live
session.
on campus though.
Yeah, probably.
Or
I
if
mean,
they have it on
they were
campus,
in
yeah.
the freshman lounge. They're most likely freshmen because I've never seen them before. And I have a list of all the weird people that go to the school. Like, there's the rollerblading kid. There's the.
He
fucking...
sounds like a badass, at least Lucio.
Why do you have
No,
a list?
like,
Just look at the class
the thing
registers.
is, I wish he was a badass. I wish we had like a cool, muscular dude would go around with like on rollerblades because
If
then
there
it would
was, like,
make
a
it cool to
muscular
go
dude that would
rollerblading.
Like no shirt, rollerblades, short shorts, and he went around. He'd be the most badass guy on campus.
Yeah, it would make me want to go rollerblading, but it wasn't. He graduated now, but he was like this, like just default nerdy, overweight dude that I guess he thought it was faster to go through the process of putting on rollerblades every time you want to go to class. So he would just like use it as transportation, but he would take them on and off. I've seen him in the lounge, like getting ready to go out with his
This man needs
rollerblades.
Heelys, okay?
So, did you know that there's a
then we had the
government-appointed
unicycle
wizard
kid.
in New Zealand?
What?
There's a government-appointed wizard in New Zealand.
Oh
and
yeah,
his,
I heard about that.
his actual name is the Wizard.
Okay, I didn't
That kind
really...
of scares me because I don't know if you guys know, but that's a rank in the KKK as well.
It is.
Wizard.
Well, it says the council tried to
Wizard
remove
is
him.
the highest you can go.
The council tried to remove him many times, but they just gave up. And then they're just like, all right,
fail
fine,
at
whatever.
removing a wizard. He doesn't actually have any abilities.
Well, it
Because
says
he's a wizard.
Well, apparently in the
Yeah.
1970s, he would dress up and stand on a ladder and somewhere and share his views
Smash
with
Dixon.
pass buyers.
That's not a wizard. That's like any crazy guy in New York ever.
Yeah, it's just like a homeless person.
Yeah. There's got a
Just
sign
stands
that
on
says,
ladder and
feed
yells
me
at
and I'll
people.
yell.
I wonder if he has
Smash
benefits.
Mr. Dixon.
I mean, he works. I don't know if it's technically a job.
I mean,
But
if
the
it's
list
government
of-
appointed,
The list of weird people at Manhattanville just goes on, and I have it practically memorized at this point because it's just a great category of characters to feed from.
Yeah.
But
That's a TV show
the
right
wizard
there.
and elf is new to the list, and basically, here's my rule.
Apparently, he was awarded a Queen's Service Medal in 2009.
For
That's
what?
savage.
I don't know. Being a wizard.
Yeah, for serving as what's called New Zealand's wizard.
That's a good fucking life. Like,
Yeah,
you don't
yeah.
actually fucking do anything because you can't, because you're not a wizard.
Yeah, like I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life, and I just heard that. I think that's what I want to do.
Does Fordham have that kind of program?
I don't know. I can see. If not, I don't think
Wizarding?
it's too late to transfer.
I think Donald Trump is looking for a wizard.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be
probably.
dope.
What would I be called though?
Be the White House Wizard.
No,
The White
sorceress.
House Wizard.
You would be a sorceress.
I don't
Jessica.
remember what I was
Grant,
getting to.
appointed wizard of the U.S. White House, master of bells and whistles.
I don't want to be a wizard. Can I be like the Jessica Genie?
You gotta come out a bottle.
Yeah, you gotta
I
live
can
in
do
a
that.
bottle and grant 3 wishes.
You can do that.
I can
Wait,
do
you
that.
posted the fuck? That's his license? What?
Wait, is his legal name? It's not his title?
That's his legal name.
Oh, so it's
So
not
which is
actually
it?
a government title.
No, he is though, but that's also his legal name.
So
How old is he?
he's the wizard. The wizard? That's his name?
Oh, wow.
The wizard, the wizard.
I've never seen someone that resembles a raccoon so closely.
You know, you're not off.
Wizard,
I mean, there's that one guy that wears like a boot on his head. I forgot his name.
Vermin Supreme?
yeah, remember?
Yeah, that's,
16?
that's it.
Yeah, I remember. I have no idea who you're talking about.
What?
I like
So
his
Jessica,
signature, yeah.
did you make any other noteworthy observations of the campus that you would like to share?
Besides that,
Or just opinions?
She
I don't
she
be too
text,
rough.
she texted me and said, "I didn't realize that your campus was so stupid." Or what were
So
your
that
exact
we were the
words?
only non-stupid people or something?
No, I said you guys were, like, I already knew you guys were smart, but, like, you guys are, like, the smartest ones in school, and that I didn't realize.
I think we're just normal humans, and that makes you the smartest person on campus.
Yep.
Just
She said,
being an average person will make you superior.
she said, "No offense, but everyone at your school is dumb."
Like, I don't think there's a such thing as dumb. I feel like everyone's smart in their own way, but I just can't see it with those people. I don't know. I don't know.
Does the
really tough.
I go before the N or after? That's the question of the podcast.
The best part is the
perhaps.
girl
Let me
who's
ask.
asking asked which end.
Does the peanut butter go on the
Which
outside
end?
or the inside of the mozzarella?
Yeah, where does the peanut butter go? Inside or outside the mozzarella stick?
Well,
That
if
is
the
a
girl
good
has
question.
to ask, if she has to ask whether if it has peanut butter, then I would assume it's on the inside.
That's true.
That's true.
You could see
Yeah.
outward peanut butter.
That's some
Okay.
good deduction right there, man.
Yeah, but also peanut butter, when you bake it, it's one of those things that you can smell heavily, so you would be able to smell it
Yeah,
before
no.
you, like, tasted it. But I
On a
guess
side note, those mozzarella, they weren't really sticks. They were
like
mozzarella
patties.
patties. Yeah.
They're like
Mozzarella
chicken
patties
cutlet,
were
except
pretty
mozzarella.
good. They got pretty cold, but they were still pretty good.
Well, think about it this way, Auric. What if you took a stick, right? And imagine this stick could just be completely malleable so you can reshape it.
Well,
if
that's
you took
good
a stick, it's an excellent stick. If you smushed it down
Okay.
and you kind of rolled it out with, like, let's say a roller you would use for, like, flour or dough, and you just rolled it out, what would it be?
It would be
A
an
patty.
oval. It wouldn't be a patty.
What are we
Exactly.
describing?
But no, these-
plain?
these
I don't
patties
know.
were-
No,
Same.
these things were a half circle, not an oval, a half circle.
They were like tenders, like chicken tenders.
They were a little
like that shape.
angular for that, though.
Chicken tendies?
Somewhat triangular.
Like they weren't the shape of like
chicken
hash
tendy.
browns. They were like the shape of chicken
That's what I thought they
tenders.
were at first. I thought they were hash browns, and I was like, am I going to be the guy that just goes up to a mini buffet and only takes hash browns?
Yes.
Because I didn't want anything
No,
else.
fucking hash browns are fire, though.
I was so
True,
happy
true.
that it wasn't a hash brown, though.
Yeah.
So you know what I don't get about hash browns, though? Just on a quick side note. So you know when you go to like a actual diner and they serve you hash browns,
Yeah.
but it's like the cut up ones that are like fried up individually, like by strip. And then you go to somewhere like McDonald's and you get a hash brown, or a public school and you get like a little log,
like the
or
disc?
what do we call?
It's like
Yeah,
it's
like
like a
a
squoval, not squoval. No, yeah, it's like a
So,
squoval.
so they are both hash browns then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
You ever
just
had
like how
homemade
a
hash browns?
sausage is the same if it's in a link or if it's in a patty. It's still a sausage.
You ever had
One
homemade hash
sucks more
browns?
than the other.
Yeah.
Yo, homemade hash browns are the best.
Make us some when you come to New York.
I didn't make it.
Well, learn, and then you got time.
Hey, Ma! Teach me how to make hash browns.
Please.
She said, all
And
right.
sing a song about Mexico or whatever the fuck you asked.
Yeah, teach me. Or come
Yeah.
over here and tell me the ingredients.
Hash and brown.
Yeah,
Am I making them
He's
for?
already-
in there.
Trey's
I'm
got a
making
lot
them
of
for
brown
some
in
white
supply.
friends. Never mind. They're
I
not
feel like
black.
half of the
note.
conversations that Trey ever has with his mom is never mind.
Yeah, I want this to be the new segment. It's just Trey says never mind to his mom.
To his mom.
So when
Trey
me and Trey
asks
were
his
getting
mom
lunch
something
today,
and then says never mind.
Yeah.
actually, Trey, do you remember when we went up to pay for our lunch today when we went out to eat? And what did I exactly say to the cashier lady or to our waitress? She was both. When I said your mom is Mexican, I can remember what I said.
Oh yeah, we were trying to figure out what I should get her, like for meat for her sub. And I was like, should we get turkey,
Oh, you asked me
ham,
to-
salami,
you said-
tuna?
that's
You're
right.
like, get ham. She's Mexican. I'm like, okay.
Wait, what? It makes no sense.
No, it does because Hispanic people just generally really like ham.
Yeah, that's actually kind of true.
I'm not Hispanic. I
Every
really
day-
like ham.
Every day, my
I'm not saying
manager
you don't
has
have to be to like ham, but what I'm saying, or you have to
That's
be to like ham.
racist.
I'm not
Every
Hispanic,
day-
but I'm kind of offended. No kidding.
my manager every day in the morning has a ham quesadilla, no matter what.
Okay, but is it the
Eats
ham
it
or
with
is
beans.
the quesadilla that's like the I don't get it. Why is it ham?
It's
Is there any
ham.
peanut butter?
Love
Is it
ham.
peanut butter?
Sometimes. Well,
It's
every
a
time I've
peanut
ever
butter
had like
and
a
ham quesadilla.
Oh, wow, that's good.
But every time I've had like a dinner that would, like a dinner with my like a holiday dinner with my Hispanic family, instead of having turkey, they would always have a baked ham.
But I think that's
can-
different.
Yeah, no.
Like a baked ham is different than that like watery sliced ham you get at a deli.
and ham at like holidays and shit. That shit's fucking fire.
Hey, yo, Ma, how popular was ham in Mexico? How big is ham in Mexico?
How big is ham? It's the size of Kentucky.
I can barely hear her.
Like, do a lot of Mexican people eat ham?
Waiting on the edge of my seat.
Never been more excited in my life.
Is she answering his questions with more
Yeah, I'm
questions?
serious. I mean, kind of, but
What? The fuck is happening?
you're more into what?
Chicken.
She said they're more into chicken and beef.
Yeah, chicken's the fucking
Exactly.
bomb.
Well,
All right,
he only
well,
presented
mystery
me
solved with that.
Well,
right,
during the
guys.
lunch, he only presented me two options: turkey or ham. So I said ham.
Oh yeah, ham is superior to turkey.
She doesn't like
I
salami.
don't.
So.
I personally don't think so, but I could definitely see why Hispanic people prefer it.
All right, guys. I have a quick question. It's not so much for you guys because I already asked it, but it's for Jessica.
Oh.
Have you?
I'm scared.
If you were in an alleyway and a guy came up to you and was like with a gun and was like, "Give me your eyelids or I'm going to kill you," what do you do?
Give me your eyelids
Yeah,
or I'm
your
gonna kill
eyelids.
you. Okay. Wait, where is this alleyway?
It's in like New York City.
Okay, this guy would probably be like a cousin of mine, so I probably wouldn't be scared. I would probably be like, yo, cuz, what?
It's in Hanoi.
Why
It's
is
in
your cousin one island?
I don't know.
It's in Cambodia or Vietnam or something like that. You
Vietnam.
definitely don't have cousins over there.
You know, the
You're
alley,
in the
the
rice
famous
field.
alleyways in Vietnam.
Probably-
In the rice
I
fields.
might have cousins there. Give me your eyelids.
Yeah, your eyelids.
I mean,
How'd you do it?
I have hooded eyes to begin with, so I probably don't need them. But then my eyes are pretty big, so they might get dry if I don't have them. Okay, I'm probably short enough, so if he was tall enough, I could probably just run through his legs and just like run
Get the
away.
fuck out.
But what if
You
it
get
was like
shot.
a Saw scenario where it's like you will do one thing or another. You will either give someone your eyelids or die.
I just die.
Does he want both, or is he
No,
fine with
wants
just
both.
one?
He wants your eyelids.
Plural lids. Lids
does he
with an
want them
S and
for?
No eye. Well, I was gonna say no eye, but there is
He
an
just
eye.
wants. He just needs eyelids.
Why? He has his own.
Why does that
What if
matter?
his
He
mom
has a
no
collection.
eyelids?
He wants to
And
do a
His
collection.
mama needs some eyelids.
No,
He
it's
wants them because she'll kill you.
My mama needs some eyelids.
My
Give
mama
me
needs
your eyelids.
You gotta give me your eyelids right now.
I ain't no murderer, but I'll do what I gotta do to get eyelids.
I do what I do for my mama.
Mama need a new pair of eyelids. Give me
You got the
yours.
same skin tone.
If he's from Cambodia, I don't know. Do we?
I can imagine Cambodians have.
I think
They're not pale,
the kind of people
Fair.
who steal eyelids travel.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Then they might be a cousin.
How many
So there
cousins
you
you
go.
got?
She's got a lot
Oh,
of
I
cousins,
got
my
a
man.
lot.
Give me your eyelids.
I'll give them to you, Trey.
Thanks.
Are you willing to live the rest of your life without your eyelids, or would you rather die?
No,
I
Kill me
probably would
now.
end. Actually, you know what? Probably wouldn't be that bad because I can't really see in general. So not having them and making my eyes dry enough that I can't like see, it probably wouldn't.
Keep in mind, you're cutting them off yourself.
And there's no knife. You just need to
So how would
improvise.
You're,
What?
yeah,
Can I,
you're just
like-
in an alleyway. What do you
can I
do?
borrow his gun and like shoot him off?
Well, no, then you'll have just,
Hey,
like,
can I
holes in
borrow
your
your
eyelids.
gun?
You won't have eyelids anymore. You won't have
Shoot the
eyelids. He
inside.
won't
He
have
doesn't
your
want you to.
eyelids.
He
Okay,
doesn't want your
maybe we
eyelids to be
find this
obliterated. He wants
Auric
them in
asked
his
this question in
possession.
one of the
Well, then without
descriptions
proper
of the
tools,
podcast.
you cannot properly take off your eyelids by that logic, though.
And I was
'Cause, like-
I was going through all the podcast descriptions, and I saw this, and I was like, I'm going to ask this on the podcast. And that was last week.
Yeah, but like, okay, I was just asking like where you came up with this.
You know, it was Auric.
Why eyelids?
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
a weird.
Have you ever looked in the
Person.
mirror
It's his
and
fetish.
just, like, thought, I should have more skin?
What? Where? Where? Where are you looking and thinking you should have more skin?
Is another question.
Where?
Auric. I don't
I'm so scared.
know. These are the questions that Auric
So I
asks
guess
in
the
some of the
answer is no.
descriptions of the podcast.
I just don't know where you're looking.
So that's my sense of humor, I guess. I didn't know it until this podcast description thing started.
I like it.
Oh,
Going back to the weird people at Manhattanville thing, when I was getting my parking pass, I'm not gonna say she's old, but she's not college age.
She's not young.
She's not young.
So she's
Security
your
guard.
type.
She
Like,
a MILF.
She pretended she was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna help you," jokingly. Like, and I was like, "Oh, okay, bye," and ha ha ha, real funny stuff there. And she's like, "Oh no, you're hot. Come back." And I was like, "What? What? What the
Don't
fuck?"
call me hot,
Bro,
please.
why aren't you banging MILFs?
I think he
Uh,
is. I mean, what about that lifeguard, huh?
I am. Where's lifeguard girl?
First the lifeguard,
Was she
now the
older or
security guard.
younger than the lifeguard?
I don't fucking probably younger. I don't know.
Is she 50s or 40s, you'd say?
I have no fucking
Like
idea. dude.
grandma or
Would you
great-grandma?
smash?
No, that's if I would have. That's the right.
Yeah? All right. Auric confirmed to be a MILF hunter. All right.
Hey.
All right.
Hide your mom.
It should be
Hide your
unconfirmed.
mama.
Hide your mom.
And grandmama.
Stay away from my mama. Episode of the title.
He's
Hide your
tall,
mom.
he's lean, he's a body surfing machine.
That's hot.
I don't know. I tend to attract the weirdest people at Manhattanville. Like there's an autistic girl who I'm pretty sure still has a crush on me from like.
Look, if
4
you're
years
if you're
ago.
both on the spectrum, then I say go for it. No.
Cancel each other out.
Wait,
I
continue the
want
story.
you to be happy. Don't let other people's judgments
Continue the
of that girl
story.
stop you
I got
from
my
smashing.
parking pass and I got the fuck out of there. Oh, she also she noticed the
Kissed
shirt
you.
I was wearing said Sal's on it, and she just kept repeting Sal's Pizza over and
Did you know
over.
Sal's
Oh my
delivers?
gosh, she sounds like the perfect woman. You're hot.
pizza.
Sal's
She,
pizza.
well, I asked her, have you ever been? And she's like, no, but I've only heard good things. I'm like, okay,
From
okay,
who?
this is a weird
Really
interaction.
optimistic all the time.
Her sister must have like fucked Sal or something.
Sure.
Heard great things about that Sal, man.
Well, it looks like we're coming up just on time for the break. So, Jessica, let me ask, are you going to join us for the second half, or is this your time for departure?
No, she hates you.
I might stay.
Hey.
All right. Well, we're going to have everybody on a cliffhanger. And I'm
What
actually going to go
cliffhanger?
ahead and say
Will Auric
that
bang
during this
old
break,
woman.
don't worry about
There's no
having to-
cliffhanger. No.
I think it's a cliffhanger.
I think it's a cliffbanger.
Oh, got
wow.
his ass.
Only if the
All right,
lifeguard's
and-
there.
Why do they put braille dots on the keypad of a drive-up ATM?
In case you get lost trying to find the door.
That's a great question. That took me a while to process. But...
All right, we'll
Why do
let
they do
people
that?
think about that for like the
All right,
30
yeah,
seconds while we're away.
Ponder the possibilities.
All right. We will see you guys once we return from
Well,
the
we won't
break.
see them at all.
And right. And Yoga's
So,
back.
ATM's driving?
What?
I can't
I
see.
know. I think Trey had a question for us.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Wait,
No, you didn't?
Did I?
Here, don't worry, I'll ask it.
Which one is
so
it?
If a cow laughs,
Oh, that
does
one.
milk come out of its nose?
You guys are supposed to laugh.
Ha 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 ha.
That was a genuine question of scientific importance.
Wait, what's
I
your
would-
fake?
Definitely
Guys,
going
what's your fake laugh sound like?
Ha ha ha
That's really good.
Trey's white guy.
Actually, you know what's really funny? I don't know why my grandpa and I do this. We have like a fake laughing competition. He always asks like whoever laughs the best wins. We don't win anything, but it's just like a tradition. We like
Sounds like a
you're
cheap
fucking-
son of a bitch.
yeah.
Sounds like you're salty, Adam.
You get the title of best fake laugh. Come on.
Yeah, I don't win the title ever. But I do have a fake laugh that like sounds really weird, and my cousin calls me a witch.
Kind of hurts my throat.
Well, as long as you don't dress as one, then you're above Manhattanville standards.
That's true.
All right,
I
Alright,
feel like that's how
sin-
the one voice I do would laugh like.
all right, Gorilla. I have a question for you since you're on
Yeah.
the second half of the show.
Okay.
All right, so was that her?
No,
That was me.
I take full credit.
You seem so offended. You're like, was that her?
I'm like, she has.
Girl,
no,
don't
like,
burp.
She has the power. She can make noise with throat. But okay, so here's the question: how hot or how attractive does a guy have to be for you to accept him cross-dressing? Like, what is like? Because obviously, there's got to be a limit, right? So you can't just have like an average-looking dude cross-dress and you be cool with it. He has to be like at a certain level. So what's that level for you?
Okay, I don't think there's like even like you could be like the
No.
best looking guy. Like it doesn't.
Yeah,
no,
there is
not
a
for me.
there's a
sorry.
right
Hey
answer to
Liam,
this.
hey babe, can you wear this dress for me?
There's a right
something
answer
like
to
that.
this, and it is they have to be hot as a girl. Like it doesn't matter how they look as a dude.
No, that's a trap. We don't mess with traps around here.
Because our friend Ray cross-dressed
They
one
look
time,
too
and he
good.
looked good.
Did he though?
He looked pretty damn
Not
good.
really.
Would you actually smash?
I
No.
wouldn't smash, but
No.
I wouldn't say it's that good-looking then.
I
Because if
had
anything, I'm more jealous. Like I put makeup on Liam once. He looked so much better than me, and I was mad.
I
You
would
look so
smash him as a
natural.
male though. I will admit that one.
What?
Our friend Ray. That's fair.
Yeah.
I'd smash him.
You're gonna
Without
fuck
all
Ray?
the yeah, I'd fuck Ray. Ray, if you're listening to this, I know you're not.
I know you're not.
Thanks for your
Yeah,
support,
that's
Ray.
that shit. Yeah, fuck you, asshole. He said he wanted to be on the
He's been
podcast. I'm
gone
like,
a
fuck you, you
while.
don't listen.
He's not even
Yeah,
on.
send us
ever.
an email,
Well, yeah,
Ray,
'cause he
and
was
then
in
you can get
Dubai.
it on.
He's not in Dubai.
He was in Dubai.
Dubai?
And then he
Was
stopped,
is
he stopped
past
fucking playing
tense.
games.
So you're saying he said goodbye to Dubai?
But yes, when he left Dubai, he did say goodbye.
He said
Goodbye,
goodbye,
Dubai.
to his guy, Liam.
Goodbye, Dubai.
Goodbye, Dubai.
When
I'm off
we were
to see my
talking
guy.
about or at least when I was talking about the list of weirdos at Manhattanville, I remembered another new addition to the list. There's this kid in my my history of cinema class that I don't know what his goal is, but he really wants to look like the biggest like film history buff, and like he's got like he wears all black and he's got black suspenders and he like kind of slouches when he walks, and
Does
I
he
don't
wear
know.
a fedora?
he's the kind of person that you could totally see wearing a fedora, but has not
Is it
yet.
Trenton?
It's
He
Trent.
just sounds like some nerdy kid to me.
He's a very nerdy kid,
Is it
and
Trent?
he's the kind of guy that whenever the class like takes a break or hasn't started yet or is just ending, he will immediately go up to the professor and show him an entry in a book that he's reading and shit like that. And you can see that the professor doesn't really give a shit most of the time, and it's just like, oh wow, cool, that's nice.
Wow, really interesting.
And I don't know what it is with kids like that, or this kid anyways, but he never wears long sleeves, but it always looks like he does because he's got so many fucking bracelets.
oh
It goes
yeah,
all the way up his goddamn arm, and the bracelets are like thick, and they're the
You know what it
same
is?
bracelet over and over and over again. He's
Ask
got
him
like
if you can
18
have
of the
one.
same bracelet.
It's for each one of his victims, Nova, obviously.
No, it's for each friend he makes, so he hasn't given them out yet. Ask him for
only
one
has
more.
two.
yeah, ask him for a
For each
bracelet.
friend he makes. It's so cruel.
Stand by.
Just waiting for a friend.
He's waiting
Holding
for you,
my
Auric.
arms out.
He starts crying.
Please
Please
do notice him.
take my armband.
He's the kind of person. I mean, I have a tendency to react negatively towards most personalities that try too hard to be unique, and he's one of them. So, yeah, he bugs me.
It's actually a fantastic way to put my aggression towards what I actually can't say that in the podcast.
What? Now you have to. What the fuck?
No, I can't. There's a term, me and Trey do
Oh
not
gosh,
say.
really?
do
You're
not
about
make-
to say that?
I had to stop myself.
Jeez.
Dropping in bombs.
No.
Excuse me. No, there's a
Something
term
worse.
that neither of us will say on the show to refer to certain people that we would put in that category. That's pretty offensive, like a little too insensitive.
Oh,
for
I
the
think
show.
I know.
Yeah.
We'll tell
So
you
I don't want to kind of throw it out there, but God, I'm choking on my own air.
And your words.
Yeah, but
Can you don't
That's
say
a-
what it is, but spell it out?
Or say
No,
it and then
just
beep
Just
it
for
out
us,
later.
just for us. That
Yeah,
don't
because
in the-
all
just
of
put it in
them
the,
can't
Discord.
spell. They think eyes are in freshmen.
Yeah.
exactly.
Just put in the Discord.
I'll tell you guys about it at post show. But
We'll put
What
in
I
the
meant,
link,
though,
though.
Just
I
say
did
it now and
that-
beep it out.
Discord.
that is a. I'm not gonna bleep it out. I don't feel like doing it. It feels like what Auric just said feels like a great way I would describe my problem with certain personalities when I was in school too.
Well,
That's
some
like
people that try really hard to be different. It's the whole thing of it's the mentality that everyone's unique and all this, you're all special and all that shit, but you really don't believe it, and you have to try really fucking hard to follow through with that dream of yours of being a unique human being.
or you feel really entitled to the ideas, so you have to make sure other people know you
Yeah,
are
and
unique.
it immediately, and it probably shouldn't, and it's an overreaction on my part, but it just makes me angry, instantly. It's like I look at this kid and I'm mad.
No, it makes me annoyed more than anything.
Well, I mean,
'Cause-
but annoyed
wanna
and
be
angry for a
different.
New Yorker are the same fucking thing.
That's true.
what, Trey?
Nova, I want to be different.
Well, you ain't.
I want to be a white boy.
But I've come to the conclusion that the best way to express yourself as an individual is by just doing that and not actively trying to emulate something or be something to get to that point.
Don't concentrate on being unique and creating your own image. Just fucking do you. That's the whole millennial saying, isn't it? You do
You do you, boo-boo child.
Just fucking do it. Stop pretending. And
Nobody
I
ever does
understand
that.
You
life
sound like
is
a
an
Nike
act, but-
commercial.
I'm a really mean Nike commercial. Stop fucking trying so hard and do you.
So motivational.
Yeah, for real.
No, sure. Just do
I don't
you.
know why,
That's how they
but
should
I wanna be
advertise it
Macho
to
Man.
Americans.
I don't even know why.
What? You think I'm Macho Man?
It's just Macho Man Randy Savage. It's just I thought of that.
Okay.
yeah.
Oh yeah!
Ooh yeah!
Okay, that was a Peas
and carrots.
Oh, yeah. Macho Man Randy
Cream of the
Savage.
crop.
Well, apparently I look like that other wrestler. What is it? You posted.
Oh, Chris Jericho?
Oh
my
my
dad.
Usain
god.
Yeah,
Bolt.
Jessica
Oh,
sent me
yeah.
that picture, and she was just like, I think
I have a
Chris
Roomba dad
Jericho
and
is
a Chris
Auric.
Jericho dad.
Looks like you need to call him up about some child support there, Nova.
Hey, you think you could fix the hole in my roof? That'd be great.
Yo,
I
Jericho.
could get
hook a
anybody to
brother
fix
up.
this hole in my roof. For
Trey's
free.
had a
That'd be
hole in
great.
his roof
Let
for
him
like 2
brother.
years. It's still not
Yeah.
fixed.
Well, yours is from a bullet. Mine is from a tree.
No.
Oh.
That's the hole in the wall, and it's microscopic. I'm talking about whenever his roof had a bunch of water damage and collapsed in his bedroom.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's basically what happened in my
I'll send you a pic.
quote unquote game room.
And it's
What
been
happened in my
over a year,
bedroom?
maybe even 2 years at this point, and it doesn't. And his landlord hasn't fixed it.
I don't have a landlord, but I got a mom, and she has not fixed it yet. We're basically waiting until we have enough money to fix the whole damn roof, because it's pretty much everything is fucked. It's just that this part happened to get hit by a fallen tree in a storm a few years back, and the guy that we hired to fix it didn't, I guess. He temporarily did he had a 1.5 fix or whatever. Actually, it was probably longer than that, but, bad workmanship. Then we had a
Shit.
guy. I don't know if I told this story at all, but I'll tell it again because it's weird. We had a guy that we wanted to hire to check out the roof, see if he could do a cheap, quick repair, so that we don't have to worry about water coming through, and we can save our money until we want to redo the whole roof. And he didn't speak English very well, but that's not a big issue. And he was coming from Mount Vernon, which is a town away, and I don't know if he didn't have a smartphone or what, but he just didn't know how to get to my house. We gave him the address and he couldn't figure it out. So he called me and basically told me I was going to need to give him step-by-step instructions from where he is to where I am. And I'm like, I don't know where you are. And he tried to explain where he was. So I just said, call my mom. So he called my mom, and my mom actually went step by step while he's driving, giving him directions to my house. She was not home at the time. And apparently he got angry at her at one point for telling him the wrong way, but it wasn't the wrong way. He just misunderstood. Instead of going left, he went left later or something like that. So he got angry at her for not giving him perfect directions, like a fucking GPS that actually knows where he is. And then he got to my house and he was a little bit still a little angry about the whole driving situation, but he got over it. He went on the roof and he was like, yeah, this is going to cost like $14,000. And we're like, what? What are you talking about? We're like, no. And we basically said, all right, we're going to think things over and call you tomorrow, which we weren't. It was just get the fuck out.
Call him.
What the hell are you talking about? So we never called him, which basically means you're not hired in layman's terms. And he decided to come the next day at like 6 a.m, without being called, without being paid. And he went on my roof, and I heard him doing this, but I didn't want to engage because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And it was 6 a.m. I was fucking tired. So I just let him go on the roof, and I was like, okay, maybe he'll fix it and we won't have to pay him. I don't know what his plan is. But he just went up there and just like poured tar or some shit on the roof and then left. And then never saw or heard of him since.
It's probably not good.
I'm so confused.
Yeah. What? Yeah, it was a weird dude. That I didn't know if it was some kind of lost in translation thing. He had a heavy Jamaican accent, and I barely understood anything he was
now
saying.
I'm worried for you, because now someone's just going to come to your house that you're semi-familiar with, and they're just going to kill you or something.
Well, it's
just
been months, and he's a little man.
So wait, did he ask for directions to your house a second time?
No, I guess he memorized it. I don't know. That would be really funny. Calls my mom up at 6 a.m. Hey, I need to come back to your house, even though you didn't hire me, and I want to put tar on your roof. But so the next person that we had come to give us an estimate said either this guy was just a complete moron or he was angry at you for not hiring him.
Oh my gosh.
Which, either way, stop wasting your goddamn time. You had to buy tar and drive all the way here, get on my roof and make it flat. And he made it neat. Like, it didn't look like he took a bucket of tar or whatever you travel tar in and just tossed it on my roof or anything. So it looked like he was trying to fix something. He put tar in the seams.
Well, did your mom maybe ask him to do a temporary patch job for her?
That was the initial question, was how much will a temporary patch job cost? And he was like, I don't know if it was $14,000. It was something ridiculous, and we basically just said flat out no. But it's awkward to say no to a person that doesn't fucking understand you and you don't understand him. And he's laughing at the idea of it costing less. So we just said, all right, we'll call you later. And we never did. So that's how you say no to a crazy person that doesn't speak English. As you don't.
And then you just put
them.
tar on your roof.
Yeah, but it did a very neat job of putting tar in a place that wasn't even affected by the goddamn hole. So it did nothing negative, but it also did nothing positive. But when I went onto the roof I brought a friend over so that he could help me put a tarp on the roof. And that's when I remembered. I didn't even look to see what he did. I just, because I was so tired, I just kind of forgot about it. And then a day or two later, I went up there to put a tarp up there. And I stepped on the roof, and it felt really squishy and sticky. And I looked down, and my foot is stuck in tar. And I have to, like, pull my shoe out of it. And we eventually got the tarp up there, but there's just tar.
You think that's why he did? if I can't do it, no one else can.
His
shoes gonna get stuck.
No idea what his mentality was. We're definitely not going to hire him now.
Somebody losing a shoe.
So what was the other guy's estimate then of your roof repair? What's
the second guy?
amount? Yeah.
The second guy was good, but we were leaving for Jersey at that point. So we said, all right, we're going to hire you when we come back at the end of summer. And he was like, okay, that sounds perfect. And then when we called him, he never answered. And then we called him again.
But did he tell you how much that was going to be in comparison to what the other guy told you?
Yeah, and it was a reasonable price. I think it was like $300 or something. Instead of
way lower price.
Yeah.
That's what I was curious about.
Yeah, I don't remember the specifics because I'm terrible with numbers, but it was reasonable versus outrageous. And
well, Trey was on his roof today, by the way.
Did you pour tar on it?
Were you wearing a cape?
Did you not hire a Jamaican? Were you wearing a cape?
I went up there. All right, so the process of me getting on the roof took about 5 minutes.
Why?
So
Get a ladder and
the first part was getting the ladder and setting it up. That took like a minute. So the rest.
How does that take a minute?
The other 4 minutes was me trying to get on the roof without falling off, and just me being terrified. So
the amount of times I've gone on my roof now, I have it down to a science.
So it was me about just at the very top of the ladder for 4 minutes.
Wait, did you
hyping
lean
myself
the ladder
up,
against the wall, or did you set up the ladder?
Wait, but you can do it, Trey. Make those final
basically
steps.
I was like, I got this. I just got to put one foot up there first, and I'm good. Got to get my hands
up. When you come to New York,
there.
I'm going to teach you how to get on a roof. And it's going to be covered
But Trey,
in snow.
how'd you set up your ladder, though?
What do you mean how I set it up?
Did you lean your ladder closed against the wall and climbed up that
No,
way?
I
or
put
did
it in
you
the middle of the yard and jumped.
No, what I mean is...
So what I
like
did
two
was
ways-
I set the angle straight up on my driveway, and when it was falling down, I quickly ran up it and then jumped on the roof.
What?
Yeah, I think everyone was a little.
Wait, say that
confused
again?
right there.
No, it was all sarcasm.
What are you, fucking coyote?
What is this? A Dawn
Yes.
of the Planet of the Apes?
So you flew on your roof.
Yeah, you know
No,
how you set
Suicide
a
Squad.
ladder straight up and you kind of push it down a little bit and you quickly run up it and jump on the roof. Come
Wait,
on,
so you
it's simple.
you got on your roof by that hole in your ceiling. You just stacked a whole bunch of stuff and climbed through the inside, right?
No, not at all.
You turned into a little worm and you squirmed through your roof.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
I
the
can
hole
turn
is
into
about
a
the size
bat,
of his bed.
and I went up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you have a sunroof is what I'm hearing.
No, it's
So you
coming
can see
up.
the Starry Night. Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
No, it's covered up by a cloth in his bedroom that hangs
Well, we
from
have a
the
tarp
ceiling.
over it, so sometimes
You have a
raccoons come
worse
in and we look at the
situation than
stars
I
together.
do.
And it's been there
I have a moldy
for-
hole in my roof
before
but
the
you're worse
podcast
off.
started.
But no,
Wow.
I set the ladder up against the wall, and then I just climbed up it. But it was me for like good 4 minutes, just like looking around, hoping nobody's watching.
I have a
Hyping
very
myself
heroic
up.
picture of my friend who came to help me put the tarp on the roof because he needed to get something out of it. So I gave him a really good profile picture.
Yeah, I sent Trent a picture, and I was like, I'm scared.
Send that shit
See
to
if I
me,
could
yo.
find this.
I don't know why. Whenever I take pictures on my phone and then like post them, they're always sideways. I don't know why it does that.
You know what's funny? When
All
you
right,
sent
this
me
one's
that
fine.
picture, I was like, I did not realize it was on the roof until you told me you were on your roof later.
Yeah.
That does not look like. Oh, okay. Wait, how dirty is your roof? What?
It's like a lot of just debris
I
up
heard
Bring
there.
your
Just came
room
by.
up there.
Oh, so this is post hurricane.
Yeah.
Everything is post
I thought it was just like you had it growth.
Oh, wow.
Because I have moss on my roof, and that's
I
part
need to
of
trim
what's
them
causing
hedges
an
though.
issue.
They're pretty
That's it.
bad. But yeah, I
Was
was
this
up there.
before or after Hurricane Irma?
This is after.
This was today. This picture was
Yeah,
taken
I
today.
cleaned it off
Post
today.
Irma?
And another process that took me a while was getting down.
Oh my god.
Getting down is significantly more scary than getting up.
So I was like, I went to the edge of the
Roof?
went to the edge of the roof, and I was like, should I just jump? Should I just
forgot the
jump
word.
down?
Question.
Yeah, I was like, should I just jump down? And I was thinking about it. I was like, I might break my legs though. I don't know. I'm
You
scared.
might.
Yeah. So then I finally I was like, all right, I'll just go back down the ladder, and I'll be fine. That took me like 5 minutes of just like, okay, I got this. Please don't fall. Please. And just slowly, foot by, like, trying to get my foot on the ladder. And I finally made it, and I'm alive. And then we got subs.
By step.
What if that's how you died?
Oh shit!
Spending 4
What,
minutes.
the
on
subs
ladder.
or me
Well,
falling?
I probably would have found him because like we had plans that day, and if I texted him a few times and stuff, and he didn't respond, I probably would have still went to his house anyways. And then if I would have knocked a few times and called him, I probably would have investigated.
I mean,
another
I
thing
feel
I
like
was
you would have
hoping-
seen him on the fucking lawn.
Yeah.
Well,
Another thing I
You
was
just step
hoping
right
is
over
just,
him and go to the door.
Yeah, he would have fell in the front. Man, I'm telling you, if I would have pulled up to Trey's house and he's just dead in his driveway, I'd be like, "Come on, man."
It would be incredibly disappointing.
you had to do this now.
You would be like, I
Wait.
still don't get why you didn't text me back. I don't get it.
Trey, respond, damn it!
So
I was
bad.
hoping I didn't fall through the roof.
I'm being
because
so
there were
genuine.
spots
I would
where it was
take
like
so
really
many
soft.
pictures.
Trey, you want to play PUBG? Trey,
Sure,
Trey, you want to play PUBG?
I'm dead.
He said sure right now.
What if you died and then we saw your account playing PUBG? I wouldn't
Dark
be that
Marmot
surprised.
strikes again.
It never
Dark
goes off.
Marmot.
It's always playing PUBG.
Yeah, and
Tell us
you're
about
right,
the Dark
and you're
Marmot,
winning
Trey.
games and ranking up and
Yeah,
selling
and
your
you're the number
clothing
one
for
player.
I'm rank
millions of
one.
dollars.
Number one player in the
Have
world.
you sold your that skirt yet or whatever?
Yeah.
You did? How much money did you get?
140.
Nice.
140.
That's so stupid. It's so
140.
fucking dumb. Who the fuck buys
Why?
a virtual
Well, I
skirt?
sold the
for
I sold the skirt and then I
$140?
sold like the tracksuit set, like the yellow one. So then I had like 160.
I'm sorry, but you're a fucking moron if you buy that shit.
I
for
should
that
have
much.
sold it earlier when the invitation was going on because it went up to like 300 and something.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I thought.
Is this
But
real
it's
dollars
Still,
or-
Real money.
you still made
No, it's like
more
US
money than
Steam
you
money.
spent on
You
the
can't
game.
turn it
money,
in for
though.
anything, but
Yeah,
it's
but you
it's
can buy
Steam money.
games with it.
Yeah, that's true.
Who buys these tacky like
Fucking crazy
clothes?
people.
It was
It's
a
the same
skirt.
people. It's all of the people that moved from Counter Strike to.
Yes. The
To
people that are
PUBG.
going to die hard the game and only play that game for the next 6 years.
See, Counter-Strike,
Okay, I'm
people buy
confused.
skins
What?
For their gun.
Yeah, but like, what guy wants like a yellow tracksuit, like a matching tracksuit and a skirt? I'm really, really.
I think it's.
confused.
I think it's because guys don't like shopping in real life, but when it's something, when you have an attractive version of yourself that you actually get excited about the concept of dressing up, you just go fucking ballistic because you're so goddamn unattractive in real life.
If you
So
make
you
your
don't
character
bother.
wear a yellow jumpsuit, you're still not
Should
going to be
go
as
to jail.
attractive.
You're also at a disadvantage because it's like, oh, there's
Bright
a guy
yellow. That's also-
300
I'm never
meters
gonna
away
wear
that
this.
looks like a moving banana.
There's the giant rubber
Shoot at the
buck.
moving banana.
Looks
And
like
all
one
those
of those
cosmetic
bananas by the
items.
fair.
You guys should know, right? All those cosmetic items that was added in during the Invitational, all that process, those are all based off the movie Battle Royale, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
every
not all
outfit
of
is
them,
actually
but
not
some
all,
of them.
okay.
Like the
Tracksuit for
the
one.
school uniform, the tracksuit. That was tracksuit was worn by like the director. I know the purple uniform. That was what the lady was wearing on their way to the actual island.
Have you guys seen besides Trey? Because I know he has the original film.
No, I don't have the original film. I wish
What's
I
it
did.
called again? Battle
It's
Royale?
on Netflix.
We watched that, didn't we?
Is it? I think it's off Netflix.
Okay, I don't remember them wearing
Alexa,
any
tell
of
me
those.
about Battle Royale.
Well, the director wore the...
I don't know
Yeah.
that.
It
Is it
doesn't
the actual
exist.
name?
Yeah.
Battle Royale. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
because I know I've seen the film. It's
good
a
movie.
yeah. The idea of the film is like obviously Battle Royale, but the setup is it's a random class of
It has,
Japanese students that get
Takeshi in
selected to.
If you
that
guys
again?
know who Takeshi is,
He's a
Sounds
Japanese
like a
actor. I know
familiar
that.
name.
he's a famous Japanese actor, a really famous one.
I think
Most
I
known.
know the face, but I am not positive.
Like you ever heard of I don't know if it's relevant. Hold on.
Hold
Let me
on.
see if it is.
Alexa,
Yeah,
tell me about PUBG.
Takeshi's Castle.
Never heard of
Is
it.
that a Disney
You never
Channel
heard of
show?
Takeshi's Castle?
I'm
Nope.
sorry, Trey.
Oh
Not all of
my
us have
goodness.
Japanese kanji tattooed on our bodies.
I used to watch that when I was little, just like on TV late at night.
Watch
It used to come
SpongeBob
on.
like a normal American.
So did I.
When I was a kid, I wouldn't stay up late. I'd go to bed at like 8 o'clock.
What?
Who's a good
You're
boy?
weird.
Yeah, I was a good fucking kid.
Liam knew it was late when the George Lopez theme song started playing.
Yo,
He's
I watched
like,
that. I did watch the fuck out of
Nick at night.
Oh, I love Nick and Ray. I
watched
watched
a lot of
every
George
episode
Lopez.
of George Lopez like on repeat.
So did I. I don't know why it started like
Full
9.
Max.
Orale.
The
It
only
would start
episode
like
that comes to
9
my
o'clock.
Do
mind.
nothing.
The only episode that comes to my mind about the George Lopez show is that one episode where his best friend got really overweight, and to keep his job, he had to lose weight.
I remember that.
I
Talking
vaguely
about, was it like
remember that.
Ernie?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and at the
Ernie.
very end of the episode, for the weigh-in to keep his job, he was like a couple pounds over. He was like, wait a minute, when I weighed in this morning, I was naked. Let me get undressed so I can weigh in to prove that I actually lost weight. He's like, no, you got your job.
Yeah, I remember
you're
that.
good.
Or I remember the episode where like I don't know what like George had to drink. I think it was like tequila or something. But then he kept them like hallucinating
Yeah,
and
no,
seeing
he had the
his
worm.
the worm.
He ate
Yeah,
the
he
worm.
kept seeing his like father-in-law like dressed as the worm and like dancing around.
I also remember that there were like 8 episodes in a row that were focused on how on Carmen's pregnancy scare or whatever. Just never fucking ended. It's like, is she pregnant? Probably. Next episode. Is she pregnant? Still probably. Next episode. It was just the fucking longest plot.
George
line.
Lopez's wife on the show is really hot.
Fact.
Yeah.
His real-life wife is not as hot.
I don't know
I don't
who
even
she
know what
is.
she
Whatever happened to
Looks like.
everyone else in that show?
Who? There's more people?
Well, George Lopez is the only person that has anything close to a career after that show.
That's
I think-
true.
Did any of them do anything after?
Yeah,
I
what happened to
remember
the
any-
dog?
I
Where's
think
he?
the mom
Where's
was
the
like
dog?
in TV shows and movies.
I've never seen any of them ever again.
If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure the boyfriend of Carmen in the show was Kyle XY from the TV show.
That was
Was
a
he?
shitty show.
Didn't he like not
Never
have a
seen
belly
it.
button? That's all I
I
remember.
remember convincing people that I didn't have a belly button based off of
Why?
that show, just because
he's
I'm a
Auric.
test tube baby. So
As I have called him, even though that's not how it works. I just
and
That's
I'm
not
also
how
not
it works.
technically not a test tube baby. I've never been in a test tube in
That's
any
true.
state of life. But
Sure you
people
haven't.
understand.
What if you
People
just had
think
a
that they
test tube
understand
Have
what
you been
that
on a
Sticking out your
George?
belly button.
But the difference is though the
It's really
seed
called
which
in
you were
vitro
created from
fertilization.
was in a test tube. Most people's seed that we are all born from.
In vitro fertilization at no point involves a test tube. But
I'm
people,
not,
for whatever
not a little
reason,
test tube, but the semen was stored. Is what I'm saying.
Sure, whatever. But
By Chris
So,
Jericho.
there you go.
for whatever reason, people seem to understand the concept of test tube baby, or at least they pretend to. Even though it sounds kind of derogatory in a way. It's like, I'm a fucking test tube baby.
Because it is.
You're a
guess.
fucking
I don't know,
fake
I own-
human.
That's true.
Some random guy didn't come in some random lady to make you. He came in a
But
cup
if you're
instead.
actually curious, it's called in vitro fertilization, and my mom was of some of the first people to ever do it because at the time it wasn't really acceptable.
I
to
just think of
be
Futurama.
a single parent, let alone a single mom, by choice. Like a by choice single mom didn't exist until now.
Yeah. How does she leave you alone ever?
What do you mean?
Babysitters?
I just thought
Well,
of Futurama.
yeah, but, like-
Alone at home?
Well, no. What I mean is, like, she had to do shit at some points when you were like an infant.
Well,
Who helped her?
I had grandparents. I went to school 5 minutes away from my grandparents' house. I spent a lot of time at my grandparents' house growing up.
Did you have a lot of
Also, I
hard
spent
candy?
a lot of time just walking around outside. Did I have hard candy? What?
Yeah.
Old
Yeah,
people.
grandparents
Every
always
grandparents
love
has hard candy.
They always have
No,
the,
I-
the strawberry ones. I don't know where
No,
you
they
buy
always
them.
have Werther's Originals.
They do. They always,
They always
have,
have
the
the-
apple ones too.
Mine always had the little pineapple ones,
That's 'cause
but it was like
Fucking Spanish.
When
Or
you
they
guys
have,
go to
like-
New
no,
York,
okay.
I'll bring
So
you all to
it
my
was
grandparents' house.
it was pineapple shaped and it had the pineapple thing, but it was watermelon flavor and it was like red.
What?
Can you put
Yeah.
a link of that? I want to see what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I can
send,
try to find it.
send me that shit.
I don't know. When my mom bought me candy from Mexico, it was like one of them was lollipops, watermelon flavor, but it had like chili on them. So it was like
That
spicy.
sounds
And I was like,
so
how do you?
good, actually.
Yo, I was working
No.
I was working a
I can't
wedding,
do that.
and it was like this big Albanian wedding, and like they started throwing like coins and candy and stuff, and there was just a shit ton of candy on the floor, and me and my friends were sitting there just like, should we take some of that candy? And we decided not to.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh, I found it.
All right.
That sounds
Well, that's
good.
gonna
That
be the link
actually-
dump.
That kind of reminds me. At work the other day, I was drinking tea, and I hate tea. I hate tea, but I had a sore throat, so I was drinking tea. Yeah.
I like tea.
I like iced tea.
I don't get the point of it. It's just like diluted.
I
don't know. I'm like picky about it.
Any kind of tea I really like. Even green tea. Like
I like the letter
unsweetened.
tea.
I enjoy it.
Tea
Me
is great
too.
letter.
No.
I guess it's not really...
This episode is
pineapple
brought to you by
looking,
the
but-
letter T.
It looks like that. That's the candy I used to always have.
Oh, I've seen this.
Looks more like a strawberry, but it never tastes like strawberry.
Wait, let me see what it looks like.
I'm pulling it up.
It's on the Discord.
Yeah.
Well, while he's pulling it up.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
They're
those
strawberries.
aren't pineapples.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I always had
strawberries.
one. that
That's
tastes like
exactly
watermelon.
what I was talking about. How
I
do
don't
they
know why.
all have that? But what
Yeah.
is it? Like,
On a
where do you
side
buy
note,
them?
I definitely heard a little bit of a hint of a New York accent, and when she said strawberry,
What, strawberry?
Sounds normal to me.
It was more prominent the last time she said it, but I mean, I don't think she has a very large one, but I can definitely tell she's been there for a long time.
Uh-huh.
I have. It's
I think
true.
the
Some
only
words.
time my accent really comes out is when I'm going on a rant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when I
me
start
too.
yelling
When
at
I start
people,
talking like really fast.
Because also there's a power that comes with a New York accent. It's like it's just like a intimidation. Because I noticed this whenever I go to an airport and I'm talking to my mom and we just curse a lot. That's just how we interact. We get so many looks from like these old white people. They just don't like. Anytime we're in the West, they just don't like us at all because we're just talking really loud and we're saying fucking shit and all this.
Quit fucking smashing my dick in the ladder.
Well,
please stop smashing my dick in the goddamn ladder.
but yeah, my accent definitely comes out more when I'm just going out and loud.
No, me too. I feel like my whole vocab changes. Like I use other. Like I don't know. Everything changes when I'm really like angry and start talking really fast.
Yeah, I noticed that I tend to when I'm getting real loud and angry. If I say the word talking, it gets like talking.
Yeah,
it turns
like
into
talking.
talking instead
Yeah.
of just talking. Well, now okay, now fuck, I can't.
Stop
I can't not
talking
say
like an
talking
asshole.
About Christopher Walken.
That was
Christopher
bad.
Walken
Yeah.
talk here.
Walking.
Christopher Walken here.
But on
I'm
a
Christopher
side note,
Walken
Liam,
here.
I have to ask, what kind of music is played at Albanian weddings?
Why are you asking him? I'm
Yeah.
Albanian.
That's the one that was in Albania all summer.
Hey, Albanian chick, what kind of music's played at Albanian weddings? And meanwhile, also mention a song you want us to listen to.
What the fuck you just called her?
An Albanian girl?
It's,
Yeah,
it's
so we
mostly
doing
like
music now?
it's mostly like traditional Albanian music. It's that.
Example?
Do
And
they have that on Spotify? I'll add it to the
then,
playlist.
actually, I'm gonna check. I think they do actually, because I think I have at least one.
Are we doing music?
Are we talking about Albanian or are we talking about Spanish? Juan?
Juan.
Albanian.
Hello,
better be.
my name is Juan.
While she looks for her
Juan
music, I'm going to start recommendations off with Jezebel
Also,
by
you can recommend
Shirley
whatever you
Bassey.
want. Music wise.
I don't know what I would recommend.
And by the way, in case this is your first
Capital
episode of the
T,
podcast, while I fill up time,
Trent's
we do
racist.
music recommendations every week.
I mean,
In case this is your first episode, Trenton's racist.
yeah. Trent's a terrible racist human being. Like, God
Too
damn.
Soon Crew, brought to you by racism.
I can't really find a fucking song that I want to
Neither can I.
recommend. I think I'm gonna go some classic Iron Maiden and suggest Phantom of the Opera by Iron Maiden. Jessica's giving me a look like I shouldn't have suggested that.
No,
song.
I like the song. It's just so random. Why?
because I like Iron Maiden and I like to recommend Iron Maiden.
Have you listened to the song?
Yes, of course I've
Okay.
listened to this song.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man.
Because I'm looking at him. He's literally
His
just
New Yorker
scrolling.
showing.
Yeah, he just started scrolling. He stopped, and wherever his finger landed, he's like, "Oh, this one."
No, I was looking.
Have
He
you
hits you, just
seen?
I
let
was
us
looking
know,
through
okay?
the classic Iron Maiden album, and I was like, "What song do I want to recommend of these ones?"
Have you seen the play?
What play?
Phantom of the Opera.
No,
Yeah.
I have not.
I am
haven't
not
either.
privileged.
Yeah.
Do they have plays in Palatka?
No.
Palatka.
Yeah.
Well,
we
kinda,
have-
but it's like done
we
by
have-
the school and not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, our schools have musical productions and some small plays, but there's also a community theater there's a community theater group known as the River City Players, and they put on small scale plays, and they're pretty entertaining.
Are they
I don't
good?
think Trey's ever seen a play by them. Yeah, I've
I
seen.
might have.
Culture.
I did see a play at the college. That was pretty good. It was
No,
alright.
oh yeah. Also, so both the college and the high school does musical productions. The college is actually meant for like it's an art. Well, it's a half art school, half not. And their musical productions are pretty good because they're going to school for the fundamentals of performance. And then we also have local theater here too, which is also pretty decent.
Trenton's been in a few.
Yeah, we've talked about that before.
Have we?
Yeah, at some point.
You were a theater kid in high school.
I was at many things in high school.
What plays have you been? I know
Run
you
and
were in
Jog.
Aladdin and what was the other one?
I did Disney. I did 2 Disney musicals when I was in high school. At one
Sing
point,
us a
Aladdin
song.
and Little Mermaid. Under the Sea.
Under the sea.
No, I did Aladdin and Little Mermaid, which were both Disney musicals performed at my high school, and then we also did a non-Disney one, which was Thoroughly Modern Millie. And there were some other ones I just didn't do because you can only do so many while you're in school. So, but I was also in band. I did other stuff too. I was in lots of clubs and activities when I was in school.
Nerd.
Also was in RTC for a few years too.
Under the ocean. Under the ocean.
A lot of different things
who
I
else
got to
that
do.
music.
I'm actually looking for a song I'm feeling in the mood for.
Jeez, man. Jessica, what do you want to suggest?
Yeah, what do you want to suggest?
I'm gonna
Albanian girl?
suggest my summer hit. This is actually an Albanian song. I would recommend listening to all of his songs. His songs are really good, but he's called Capital T, so that'll make it really easy to search up.
Great letter.
I like
And like the letter.
Great letter.
And the song is called Andiamo, which is Italian, ironically, but the song's in Albanian and English a little bit.
Oh, it's his #1 song.
Yeah.
Is it? Well, maybe right now because it's
Spotify,
new.
anyway.
It's also funny though because this
Oh, I'm gonna
episode
go see him in October, so I'm so excited.
this episode is brought to you by the letter T.
So
T, as in Andiamo.
wait, I
As
never
in-
finished my tea story.
As in capital T. Thank you
Oh,
very
yeah.
much.
Well,
so
they're
Fuck,
looking
man.
for music.
I was having tea and I put like milk. I'm not milk. Ew. I put honey. Sorry, Auric.
I have a gallon of milk behind me.
Whoops. I put honey and
Disgusting.
lemon in it, and then I went back to it, and someone it tasted
yeah?
really spicy, and I was really confused. But I love spicy,
It got
especially
spiked.
yeah,
get
actually.
spiked?
And I was looking around, and these other guys that I work with started laughing and trying to hold in their laughter. And I asked them did you put something in it? They said no. I opened the cap and I see it has like a dark orange rim. I was like, okay, something's in here, but I didn't really mind it. And then they told me that one this other guy put Tabasco sauce in it, a lot of Tabasco, and they're like, please don't drink it. And I told them why. It tastes really good. So now I think I'm gonna start putting Tabasco sauce.
She
it
also
was
put
really
spicy
good.
honey in the tea.
I didn't put spicy honey. I
But
put
was there any
regular.
peanut butter?
Oh, I thought.
There
it's
were
spicy honey after you
traces
fucking
of
put the
peanut
Tabasco
Where's the
sauce in
I
it.
go?
Yeah, where does the I go in tea?
Before the tea.
Itty.
It's actually IT.
Would you like some IT?
I
I've been
T
drinking
I
some,
A I E I.
Fuji
Fun
apple
fact.
tea. It's really good.
That actually sounds better
it's like
than all
Fuji
the
apple,
other
like a dark
While
tea.
you drink
It's
that,
so
do you
good.
ever listen to music?
Yeah, let's finish
yes.
up the show.
And my song is A Month, September by Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Wait, is the title called A Month
No, it's
September?
September.
No.
Okay. Oh wait, I know the fucking song.
I was about to say, how do you not know Earth, Wind, and Fire?
I was just listening to what he was saying. I didn't listen to after shut
Yeah,
up.
I mean, do you remember?
The 21st night of September.
There you go.
I do remember, actually,
Do
there
you
was
remember?
one 21st night of September that a few friends and I were coming back from Sal's, and the song played, and I was like, oh, this is the night.
This is
And
my
I remember
jam.
it.
But I'll recommend this week Self Esteem by AJJ, also known as Andrew Jackson Jihad. Cool band.
Is it a band or a
Alright.
person?
It's a band. The band's called Andrew
Yeah,
Jackson
I've heard of
Jihad.
them. My cousins like them, I think.
They all blow themselves up at the end.
Didn't you recommend one of their songs first week?
Yeah,
No.
in the past. It's been a while though since I
Was it the
recommended one of their
armchair
songs.
one?
Yeah.
No, that was Andrew Bird.
How many Andrews you listen to?
Only those two.
Oh,
Like
only
the
those
story.
two and
Well, Andrew Bird is a person. Andrew Jackson Jihad is a band, but but they also went to AJJ for shorter, just because people were tired of saying the whole thing. I guess.
Yes,
What's
you
the name of
did.
the song?
It is called
Self-Esteem.
You also recommended
I type-
Rejoice by AJJ.
Yeah, that's from one of their older albums.
Self-Esteem is not on their top 10.
There's armchairs.
Isn't one of their release albums, so it should come up.
It's a newer album, you said?
Let's see. It's from. I can tell you which one. It is from Can't Maintain. That's the album name. Can't Maintain.
Looking for it.
All
What
right,
can't they
and
maintain, Trent?
Since everything,
Self-esteem.
listen to the album.
Self-esteem.
Alright, I found it. We're
Great.
good.
Okay, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. So let's kick it over to Liam on where you can help support the show as well as follow us places and do things like that if you're
Hey, don't
interested.
go.
spoil
Kick
it, you
Liam.
fuck. God damn. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Too Soon Podcast. We're on YouTube, youtube.com with a bunch of letters because we don't have a distinct URL. But if you look up Too Soon Podcast, we're there. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/Too Soon Podcast. Download us on iTunes, Google Play, Libsyn, Stitcher, TuneIn, all your favorite places that you want to download podcasts. I don't even know if Stitcher's working yet. Get that fucking harmonica out of my room.
It's for the ambience.
If you want to email us, hit us up at thetwoosooncrew@gmail.com. We're on Discord, discord.me/twosoonpodcast. If you want to check out the music that we suggested today in all of its glory, hit up the Too Soon playlist on Spotify. And then I don't know if Trenton's going to do it, but I think he did it last week. But check out Mallow and check out his music because he helps us out and makes music that we are allowed to use. So check out Tasty Melons. It'll be
Actually, this week at the end, I can say the track I'm going to use because he posted it. We're going to be using "Vacation Time" by Jimothy Malawalful Leary on SoundCloud.
It's actually Tasty Melons.
Well, that's his actual the account name,
Yeah.
but the URL is Tasty Melons. Yes.
Yeah. Fair.
Oh, and don't forget to let us know if a cow laughs, does milk come out of its
will milk
nose?
come out of its nose?
Let us know.
Shit, we got
Let
no
us
farmers.
know.
If 4 out of 5 people suffer from diarrhea, does that mean the 5th one enjoys it?
Yeah.
You know it.
Hey, hell yeah.
All right. Thank you guys again for
My
listening
butt's
to the show.
loose and ready to. Never mind.
See you guys next Saturday with episode 24.